Alright guys, so yes, I have reviewed Dragon Ball Evolution before, and some of you may know that it is my least favorite movie of all time. So why am I reviewing it again? It's kind of the first review that got me noticed. It's the first big review where I noticed that I woke up and I was like, wow, I have over 1,000 views on that review. That's awesome. And I have new viewers now, and often I get asked what my least favorite movie of all time is, and I'm going to talk to you about this in depth, so prepare yourself, please. Here we go. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with the show. It meant a lot to me. It was part of my childhood. It was such a great thing to run home from school and to see Toonami and experience Dragon Ball Z as a teenager. It was just one of the greatest times of my life. So when this movie came along, I was of course skeptical. Anime to live action transition in America. Justin Chatwin, what in the world is going on? The maker of Final Destination? What is this? Please don't be what I think it is. And boy was it. So the movie opens up and you get this monologue with these images of space describing some story that has absolutely nothing to do with the original manga, in which all the Dragon Balls must be collected before the eclipse of the blood moon, or Piccolo will destroy the earth, or some horrible thing. Within 1 minute of this movie, I knew it was awful. I felt like Chris Farley in Billy Madison when he plays the bus driver. Then we cut to Justin Chatwin training with his grandpa Gohan while they stand on two, wires. Now yes, this has a basis in anime. You can imagine that in anime at some point some people would do that and you would kind of buy it. But when you put this in a live action movie and you got Justin Chatwin and you have some of the worst green screen I've ever seen, it is like the dumbest opening ever. It is the stupidest opening for the character of Goku. The way Dragon Ball opens, Goku's a little boy. He has no idea what anything is. Yet he goes to high school and has a crush on Chi-Chi. In the anime, he doesn't even know what girls are. When he first meets Bulma, he asks Bulma where her tail is, because he assumes everyone has a tail. He has no idea what a female is. Yet in this film, he's like a reclusive punk at school who has a crush on the girl. It's just so bad. And then he actually walks up to his grandpa and he's like, Grandpa, I know you've taught me how to fight, but teach me how to get the girl. What am I watching? What is this? This is not Dragon Ball Z at all. He's got this crazy line where he's like, I hate those kids at school. I could take them apart with one hand. Then we cut to Goku actually at school and we see that he's wearing an orange and blue jacket, which is pretty much the closest thing to being faithful to anything in Dragon Ball that this movie does. He has a jacket on that are the same colors as Goku's outfit. Then we meet the jocks at school who beat up on Goku. They actually run over Goku's bike while Goku is on it and almost kill him at school. And now Goku wants to beat him up because you know he can, he's Goku, and the guy's threatening him. He's like, punch me right here, punch me right here. And we see Justin Chatwin and this is what he looks like. He's like, in the anime, Goku is like a pacifist. He knows how to fight to protect himself and the people he loves. He never has the desire to beat up on people. It's so bad. And then we get an imaginary daydream sequence where Goku actually imagines Chi-Chi in slow motion eating a piece of fruit with flowers in the background. And we get these shots of Goku going oh gosh, oh Chi-Chi. See, in the original manga, Chi-Chi likes Goku so much, Goku has no idea about that kind of relationship. Chi-Chi actually forces Goku into marriage without even telling him what it is, and Goku's like, oh sure, whatever, it's fine. It's so not like the manga, it is insulting. So Chi-Chi invites Goku to her party that night. Goku goes there, runs into the same punks again, and gets in a fight. The fight is of course filmed and choreographed awfully. Half of it looks like a stunt double. I mean, you see the guy doing flips and all they show is from his waist down to his feet. You don't even see Justin Chatwin's face. Once again, these high schoolers are coming at Goku with long metal rods in front of the entire school basically who are at this huge party. They're actually trying to kill Goku. Again, they tried to run him over earlier, now they're trying to beat him with rods. So in a quick display of actual story and character development that of course makes no sense, Goku actually tells Chi-Chi that he doesn't know what happened to his parents, but his grandpa Gohan promised to tell him when he's 18. And guess what? Today is my birthday, so I'm 18. How does Chi-Chi react? Cool. You never actually hear what happened to his parents. They just had a random little scene where Goku says that. Never once later does that situation arc at all. It's just mentioned briefly. Then he goes home, finds Gohan is dying because Piccolo crushed his house. Piccolo, James Marsters, or whatever his name is probably the closest thing to something that was good in this movie, to be honest. Really, that's all I can really think of. Then Gohan dies in like the worst display of acting ever from Justin Chat when he's like bending over him, he's like so sad about it, and he's just like crying in his chest. It's so laughable. Then we meet Bulma, played by Emmy Rossum. She comes up, and every line that this woman says is audio dubbed. I swear. And she's after the Dragon Balls too. So she comes and she has her capsule, which is from the manga. She throws it, it turns into a bike like a transformer, and what does Goku say? He goes, cool. Apparently the writers in this movie have no idea how to end a scene without someone just going, cool, man. Oh, that's cool. Now cut. Okay, good. Now we can move on. So Goku and Bulma run into Master Roshi now, played by Chow Yun-fat, and we have another fake CG-enhanced fight that looks so unrealistic, filled with cheesy one-liners that are just awful. Things like, now I'm going to end it. And after this fight is over, we have what is, in my opinion, the worst line reading I have ever heard. It's impossible for me to imitate it or explain how bad it is without just showing it to you.
He was murdered. I will avenge him. But before he died, he asked me to find you and to tell you that Piccolo has returned.
I just want to be there on set the day where the director goes, cut, print, good job, Justin. Moving on. And like just walk up to him and slap him in the face. So now we meet Chi-Chi at a tournament and Goku finds out she's a fighter and gets even more attracted to her, and now they're all like making eyes at each other and it's just wonderful. Eventually they get stuck down in this cavern and Yamcha's there all of a sudden. He shows up and he's like, hey guys, what's up? Yamcha has the worst audio dubbed fake voice I have ever seen. He honestly sounds like a combination of George Takei and Arnold Schwarzenegger combined. You would think that would be awesome. Not in Dragon Ball Evolution. Hey guys, my name is Yamcha. I can get you out of that hole if you want, but I got this giant gun in the back that can bore a hole right through there. Your name's Bulma? You're pretty attractive. I'm Yamcha. Then Master Roshi tells a story using the fire around the campfire. He actually takes his hands and makes shapes out of the fire that tell a story. And it's just so beautiful, isn't it? That's not in the manga either. We hear more about this blood moon eclipse thing that's supposed to happen, that you had to collect the Dragon Balls before that happens or the world's gonna die and Piccolo's gonna overtake everything. It just makes no sense at all. So Yamcha comes down the hole, he's got this giant gun that's gonna bore through the wall, and he takes his gun and he goes, everything happens for a reason, bro. Got that one from daytime TV. Just why? Now suddenly they're attacked by some random aliens sent by Piccolo that of course have nothing to do with the manga. And they're at this lava pit all of a sudden where the Dragon Ball apparently is. There's lava there and whatever. So Goku starts to slice all these aliens in half, throw them across the lava to create a bridge so that he can hop across that lava to get the Dragon Ball. Now keep in mind that we are still in this realistic world this film has set up. Now he's chopping up these aliens, he's throwing them across the thing, he's creating a bridge so he can hop on these aliens. These aliens, no, they're not melting into the lava. No, they're just kind of floating there. They're just floating there as the lava consumes their bodies. You know, that's what happens when you throw things in lava, right? No, they don't get burned up, they just kind of float there. That's what happens. God. Now Roshi meets this new guy that I'm not even going to get into. He just meets some guy that knows all about Piccolo and stuff and talks with him, and then he just goes and all of a sudden he teaches Goku the Kamehameha wave, and he's like doing this thing where he's like going like this with his hands that has nothing to do with how you create the Kamehameha wave, which is going like this, putting it behind your back, saying the words, and then unleashing. You don't do some thing where you're doing like a pop and lock move. What is going on? And of course Goku can't quite figure out the Kamehameha yet because, you know, he's just not ready. He's not ready to figure out the Kamehameha. He can't get it. So Chi-Chi comes over and like talks to him and kind of like just goes like, hey Goku, what's up? All of a sudden Goku can get the Kamehameha wave. He can actually kind of form the energy again because Chi-Chi gave him a boner. It's like, what is going on? Chi-Chi just helps him and it just... Now some of Piccolo's henchmen come and there's a fight and Chi-Chi all of a sudden has a twin and they're fighting and Goku can't figure out which Chi-Chi is which. So he actually goes and attacks the other Chi-Chi, and it's not the real Chi-Chi of course, and that Chi-Chi kills Goku and she escapes. Now look, in the manga and in this film, Goku references the ability to be able to sense where his grandpa is and where Master Roshi is. That means that he should be able to sense which Chi-Chi is which, to not have to rock up to some random Chi-Chi and then get shot and die. But that's okay though, because Master Roshi resurrects Goku with the Kamehameha wave. That's right, Master Roshi shoots a Kamehameha wave at Goku's chest and resurrects him. That is clearly in the original manga. Alright, so I'm going to skip a few things to the end of this film where Goku suddenly looks at the blood moon and becomes a giant ape. Now, anyone who doesn't understand what that is from the manga would just be looking at that with utter, like, amazement and what? Now, even me watching this movie, Goku doesn't look at a blood moon and turn into an ape, he just looks at the moon and turns into an ape. He has a tail in the manga, it makes sense. You realize that he was a Saiyan. In this film, he is a human. He's referenced as a human. Piccolo even calls him a human. He's like, human power has failed before and now it will fail again. That means Goku's a human. There's no reason he should turn into an ape. None at all. He doesn't have a tail, he's a human, he's not a Saiyan like he was in the comics, and Master Roshi's like, you must fight it, you must fight, you can't be an ape. So suddenly Goku decides to turn back into a human because he suddenly finds the will to be a human again, I guess. And we get the big moment, he's gonna do the Kamehameha, he's gonna do it! Piccolo's right there, he's gonna do it, and what does he say? Does he say it powerfully and awesome, like the Goku that we know from the anime? No. No, he doesn't. He's freaking out in a teenage giant burst of angst and goes, he's like, Kamehameha! Like, I can't even do it. We need Sean Schimmel. Listen to this. That is Kamehameha. Don't even try to do, just stop acting, Justin Chatwin. Stop acting. So Piccolo's defeated, blah blah blah. They stopped the thing before the eclipse, which... He goes back and he finds Chi-Chi and they make out. So what's the message of this movie? Save the world, get the girl, make out. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball for you. That's Dragon Ball. So what's the one plus about this movie? Without credits, it's 76 minutes, so that means you won't be tortured for too long. However, I am going to be torturing the DVD of Dragon Ball Evolution. That's right, I'm actually going to go and purchase the Dragon Ball Evolution DVD from a used electronics store so I don't give the company any money, and I'm going to torture that thing on video. Very soon, in fact. Look forward to that. Man, do I hate Dragon Ball Evolution. Worst movie ever. If you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmanized.